understanding that God wants our relationship with him to be based on grace, we have to be careful, however, because freedom can be intoxicating. So we said that, yeah, Jesus is the bread of life, and ain't nothing wrong. A little honey will make it better. And so what we found was a lot of the things that we grew up having been told were sinful were not sinful. They were social. I need a thinking church today now. If you need a bunch of hollering, I did all I could do yesterday. All right? No, a lot of things that we were taught were sinful were actually just social. Okay? And so what we said is we have to get away from all of those rules, because what it does is it hinders us from getting closer to God. And it's just like the child that never can't do anything, can't go nowhere, can't do nothing, can't say nothing. When they get out that house, what do? Yeah. Now watch this. So that's balancing too. That is when an object has enough contact with its foundation to sustain its weight. Ooh, yeah. Please, hit him. Y'all go find Brenton. I'm just... All right, let me just, But are you understanding the difference? So this is balance, but this is also balance. And so this has to have enough contact with its foundation that it can stay up. So don't always think I'm a balance, and I've been in prayer all week. I've been with God all week. I need to balance it. So now you're off somewhere with a glass of wine so big you're not going to be able to drive home clearly. That's not the balance I'm talking about. We're not designed to not fulfill the lust of the flesh, and that automatically put us in the spirit. It doesn't work like that. Because remember, the keeping of law never gets you more relationship. So he says, run after what's right and you'll outrun what's wrong. You see? Run after what's right. See? You go to school, you say, I'm a Christian, everything. I'm going to go to college, praise God, and I just want to live for God, and I ain't going here, and I ain't doing none of that, So then you just sit in your room. Okay, wait, because that's what we did. Wait, don't look down your nose. We did it out of a devotion to God. Then after a while, what happened is, you sitting in your room. That thing get to about month 2, and you ain't doing nothing. That's when the enemy has an open door to play with your head. For me, all things are lawful, but I got to be careful that I don't get brought up under the power of any. He said, meat's for the belly full of meats. But the bottom line, all that, God's going to destroy both it and them. That body stuff is going to be done. You going to hell. Is that bacon? Really? 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 Now, don't eat it if you got high blood pressure. I got you. But don't make it a spiritual issue like somebody don't love Jesus because they got a ham sandwich. But by the same token, if you have a ham sandwich and got high blood pressure, don't ask God what happened when they say you at stroke level. Oh, I'm free. It's a pastoral day, I tell you. Verse 14. God has both raised up the Lord and will also raise us up by his own power. So he's talking to us about the necessity of understanding that freedom is not to be used irresponsibly. I don't want a lie to move me. So, I love Luther. Ain't no sense of trying to play that thing off. Y'all know that. Okay, well, here's the thing. Luther got that song, if you can't be the one you love the one you... Wait a minute. And so I can remember, I was in the house, and I had... And somebody said, wait a minute, think about that. I stopped completely. I said, I'm not dancing to that. Because I don't want to get comfortable with lies moving me. You understand what I'm saying? Watch this. As much as I love Fantasia, different. If the song don't line up for me, oh no, I'm not singing that. Now you may have sung it out, but I won't let it move me. because I have to draw a line. Because I don't want to get that into my psyche. And next thing you know, I done said it so much. And you know it was serious that when the prophet tells Jesse, one of your sons is going to be made king. God showed me that one of them is going to be king. Call your sons together. And he didn't even bother to call David. See, that tells you the whole story right there. He said, you ain't mine. You don't look like me. You short. Ain't nobody in the family your height. And where you get that nose? Okay? Now, why am I bringing this up? Just make a note of this on your notes, your phone. Unresolved issues today breed bad behavior tomorrow. Oh, you done gone to sleep. Wake up, wake up. If I humble myself in worship, if I humble myself and give God the glory in private times, then I can come before God. If ain't no priest around, if I don't have a bullock on hand, I can give him a glory and God will let me in. Now watch this. I used to say that David found out that you could come before God without blood. What David found out is you could come before God without the blood of bullocks. You're not coming without a sacrifice. You have to be the sacrifice. Oh, God, that's... Okay. So, David recognizes, Nancy, that, hey, all I got to do is have the relationship. And I don't have to have all these rules. David got a revelation of this, y'all. House. And somehow they lost the key. They had a key, but they couldn't put their hands on it. They got forgetful about the key. Oh, I should be able to walk to my office already. They got forgetful about the fact that you can worship it. You can focus. And they forgot where they put the key. So even though they had a key and had a car, they didn't have a ride. Oh! He had to drive them in the middle of the night. And even though there is a key that through my praise and worship and through my relationship and through my diligence and intensity with God, I can come before him. But if you get loose with your key, you might still end up locked out. God. When was the last time you remember having, I can't wait, I'm coming to the house of God and give God glory? When was the last time you came in and said, I ain't worried about whether prayer calls at 6:33. I need to be early when I seek him. I need to be getting up in his presence anyway. And when was the last time you remember having that key? So David had already misplaced that joker. So of course, by the time, again, ain't no rule to say you shouldn't be king. Oh, no. It's your right to not go. Say, well, we're having a special service. You going? I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I can't be real. I don't know. Can I be real? I just, sometimes I just feel like in this season, God just want me to be just, some. Okay. Nobody can say anything. But there's a Bathsheba waiting on you. It may not be a Bathsheba because you may be a Beverly. Yours might be a Brian. There's a something waiting on you. Y'all ain't having church with me. Yours, come on now. You may be a female. So Bathsheba don't move you, but Brian might get you. Bookie is out there. Because Rev, other than that, explain to me why you gonna take Bathsheba and you got buku women. You got all these wives and all these girlfriends. It wasn't that she was that fine. I don't believe it. I don't think it was that issue because he had every kind of woman because, they had them from different nations and stuff. He's like, we don't live there no more. Wait a minute, let me be clear before I go too far. Baby, you were born in the wrong season because he could get up. I'm feeling Brazilian today. Next day, all American girl. Where am I? We don't live there now. It wasn't how fine she was. It was the fact that he didn't want anybody telling him what he couldn't have. See, when you feel like you've been victimized and you never deal with it, you develop a spirit of entitlement. Like somebody owe you something. Oh, God.